Here we are doing a double whammy today. Holy smokes, right? Eat crap my drink. Always need to have that drink first. Oh, look at my lips. Hey, Uncle Will, maybe I'm one of the lizard people. Oh, life is weird. Life is weird as a chosen one, Uncle Will. It's not a good time, bud. She's uh, she's a hard road to travel. Thinking you're right and the world's wrong. Don't want to think the world's wrong. You just want the answers from the world showing you where you're wrong. But unfortunately, here we are, and I got no one to talk to. It's the weirdest shit. But what all do we got going on today? Hey, look at this. Hey, Venomous. The world is terrible. I'm being honest, Venomous. It's terrible. And like, what do we got here?
So, so I increasingly get more disappointed in humanity. It seems asinine that we have a leader in a country that does not understand the concept of being unselfish and being generous, being kind, and just the basic moral values that are required by human beings these days. I'm not sure that the world is as wonderful as I once thought it.
That's the guy who shot at Trump. See, we're all deceived. We're all told because Donald Trump speaks his mind. But that's not nice. We're, they're taught that it's evil. Niceness is what. Hey, Stardust, how's it going? Daniel, what's going on? You know what I mean? I think it's the niceness that's getting us. We're all looking for something nice. He's confused about the world. He can't see the niceness. And he thinks assassinating somebody is the way to go. I don't know. I'm confused. I don't know. This is all sorts of uh, posting more on TikTok for you. Well, thank you, Daniel. I know you aren't going to know the stories, but Uncle Will on my community page, he made a nice little video of me. I'm trying to say to his boy Upchurch, and I don't know how he doesn't understand it. He plays it for everybody to hear. I say, hey, maybe Upchurch should be a little bit more, inviting. You shouldn't be saying, hey, if you're going to vote for Kamala Harris, don't come over here. I don't want you. Instead, I'm trying to inform because I tried explaining to Uncle Will that, well, some of these people that are going to vote for Harrison, they only know what they're taking in. You know what I mean? They're consumed with their lives. They're more worried about how they're going to feed their children, getting to work, making sure they can't miss a day of work, or that's just going to fuck their whole life up, or they just don't care. They worked all day and they just take in what's on their cell phones and taking in what's telling them. You know what I mean? Hey, sneaky snake. You know what I mean? What else did I have here? I have some more good stuff. This is Daniel. I wish I could catch you up to speed real quick on the whole Upchurch thing. Anyway, Okay. I'll try and sum it up real quick. Okay, buddy. You know how I tell you I think I'm a chosen one, right? I only think it. I don't know for sure or not. Want to share my story, but nobody wants to hear it. I think they're afraid to what they might find out. I don't know, Daniel. But anyways, it's not like you would think. It was a scary situation. You don't want to think that you're the only one. You know what I mean? You're like, that's a pretty tall order to fucking help the world and try and convince it. And you got to be yourself. You got to not kneel down to any man, and you got to use your own discernment. You know what I mean? So it's a scary situation. So what I did is I tried finding other people who I thought were chosen, Daniel. I went through a long list of stuff, people that, well, quite frankly, I could never get a hold of. You know what I mean? And I learned lessons going through this. Anyways, I'm not going to go through the whole thing. But anyways, I came to this young chap called Ryan Upchurch. And well, quite frankly, he sings about being chosen right out in the blue. Hey, I ain't a superstar. I'm a chosen one. Claims he's from past the stars. It's not just his music. You know what I mean? People were saying you're reading too much into his music. Well, no, it's not just his music, and there's many songs that I could point out, Daniel. But he does these little question things, right? And one time somebody said, "You know you're chosen, right?" And he replied back to that person, "Yeah, you're very smart." So he was kind of saying it, you know what I mean? It looked to me like he was having a rough time in life. People were trying to fuck him over. It was all based on lies and stuff like that. So I thought we were messing that way, you know what I mean? Like all my trauma, I think, is based on lies, and I think I can prove that. So I thought he was going through the same sort of shit, you know what I mean? And then there's other stuff too, Daniel. You know what I mean? If you're gonna be a chosen one, you've got to be sort of empathic. You've got to be able to feel for others and stuff like that. He told this little story about how he gave a truck to his neighbor and stuff like that. And he looked like he'd been crying but didn't want anybody to see it. So I thought, hey, maybe he, you know, because that's what chosen ones do. They look at the stuff that they do when they're proud of themselves and they can make themselves cry because they know what they did was the betterment of somebody else. You know what I mean? These were just so I kept asking if he was. Didn't wanna go through him at first. I wanted to go through his friends, you know what I mean? I wanted them to let me know where I was crazy, but they would never let me talk, Daniel. I tried going on some of their shows. You can go back. There's this guy called Bare Bones. We could watch the stuff together, bud. Where I'm just like, "Hey, why don't you just listen to me?" Instead, they'd be like, "You're not chosen. Ryan's not chosen. This and that." And I'd be like, "Hey, guys, just you can watch it, bud. It's all recorded." But anyways, so me asking's got me in a lot of problems. They've called me crazy. They've actually made up stories about me, Daniel. You know what I mean? It's hard to tell a story and say, hey, I think I've been wrongfully hospitalized 5 times. But no, these guys run around town telling everybody I've had shock treatment and special drugs and all sorts of great stuff. Now, not only did they do that, they threatened me. They told me they were gonna end me. They were gonna put me back in a mental hospital. That's what they were gonna do to me because simply asked them if Ryan Upchurch was chosen. You know what I mean? It was a simple and some of these people are his friends. This is what I don't get. They watch me go all squirrely fucking, "Hey, is there any other chosen ones out there? Hey, I'm not saying Ryan's chosen. I just wanna know if he is. I can't decide if he is or not. I don't know. Just asking the fucking question. Could someone help me?" No. They all bashed me. Can you imagine that? Just bashing away. Here's the thing is I think they've all got themselves in a bunch of problems because Well, Daniel, like I've pretty much convinced myself that I am a chosen one, and until somebody talks to me and can show me the facts that I'm not, I am. Why wouldn't you wanna be a chosen one of God? Why is it so wrong for people? Like, hey, if you wanna go around and preach the word of God, I think the way to do it is to get into the truth. And if the truth was the children are in trouble, well, I should probably try and get people to acknowledge it, and then we can try and stop it. You know what I mean? Just because I think I'm smarter than Bill Gates and George Soros and Klaus Schwab combined, and you guys don't, like, then I need some help. I need them to see me. You know what I mean? I need them to know I'm here and that I know what they're doing and that I know that they're making you guys look like jokes because they're telling you. Oh, what's going on here? He says, "Flush." Playboy Cardi. No, don't know Playboy Cardi. Daniel, can you feel what he's saying? Daniel, Daniel, should you ever get out of the cycle of truth? If you think people are hurting, is that the time you should shut your mouth up? Or should you push forward and try and get someone to tell your story too? Uh, should I allow people to run around and not protect myself when they say lies? Should I just let them cause trauma to me and not make them say the truth? That's the thing. I don't have to, Daniel. That's the thing. Like, I think you have to be in the truth to be with God. And these people that are lying on me, it's just not smart. Whether I'm chosen or not, it's not smart to lie upon somebody. You know what I mean? And threaten to destroy them, Daniel, and then make fun of their family on top of that. It's the weirdest thing, but anyways, we're gonna get on families. This was supposed to be about Uncle Will. So let's get on with Uncle Will. Let's find Uncle Will. Hey, I'm always telling Uncle Will to get solutions because he's always bringing up problems, but no solutions. So that's why Uncle Will. Actually, we got to take a little look at something else first. Think she's a sweetheart, eh? Oh, look at how nice she looks. Look at that poor victim. Look at her. Just a victim. Poor, poor Patty. Daniel, you got to get yourself more involved in this story. Well, any mother who says, "Hey, I gave up my dreams for my kids," don't ever give up your dreams for anybody. Well, turns out she really wasn't doing much before her son started living his dream. You know what I mean? Then she stole some money from him, and it's a big old. She's a whole big old narcissistic mess. This poor Upchurch child, he never had a chance. Right? She's a whole lot of mess. And his dad, well, that's how I met Gail Bland. I tagged her in here. Well, I used to do some videos asking Ronnie to prove to me his son wasn't chosen because I didn't want to continue doing this. Well, what I found out is, well, basically what Ryan said. My dad never gave a fuck about me. He fucking told me I was gonna be a loser, and then, hey, when he did make it, he was just his dad's play toy, you know what I mean? He got people to love his dad. That's his dad's success story. You can go on Ronnie Upchurch's channel and go take a look. He's proud that your friends all loved me. It was all about Ronnie. This guy's a legend in his own fucking mind, Daniel. It's just It's like, no wonder Upchurch is all a mess. Like, the parents that he had. But then again, we got Aunt Gil because, like, I tried talking. You think she coulda just said, "Hey, Ryan, could you just talk to this guy? He's spinning out. Like, he's sticking up for you against your dad and stuff like that." You think no, she couldn't do anything like that, even though I was begging for her to talk to me. Well, it turns out when I tried sticking up for myself against these people, right? Well, Gail seen what she wanted to see, right? She, I tried warning these other people, like little people in Creek Squad, about this fake person called Jamie. And I said, she's grooming your son to this woman called, well, Little Mama P. And well, turns out Jamie was fake, like I said. I said she's fake. Said she's really fake and you should probably watch out for her and all this other stuff. And they all came after me and shit. And I said, well, your child's being groomed because, well, this fake Jamie who faked her death. This is how fake she is. Like, this is real shit. She tried faking her death on YouTube and stuff like that. But anyways, she groomed her son to convince the world that she was real. But the really weird part of it is there was adults that did it too. So Jamie was so fake that she had to go around and convince adults and children to run around on the internet and convince people she was real. And these guys didn't understand that there's probably something wrong with their fucking head. But I tried warning them. And that's when Gail came after me because you know, I feel like I have to tell the truth. And because Gail didn't want to listen and this whole weird stuff, you know what I mean? And then the story with Gail, I tried getting a hold of her again because she's like, when one of her friends decided to unalive themselves, she's like, "We need to talk to men. We need to, we need to listen and stuff like that." And I'm like, "Hey, Gail, over here, been just trying to talk to you. You can let me know where I'm wrong. Like, fuck, I'm not mental. Your fucking nephew doesn't have to be a fucking chosen one. I'm just, I'm just trying to figure fucking shit out. You know what I mean? I think God's telling me I am, and well, quite frankly, my platform just isn't gonna fucking do it for me right now. So I wanna try and find some help. If he's chosen I can help him, he can help me. It's not like I'm trying to fucking hurt the kid. He watched me fucking back him up with everything. Like I said, Daniel, I do think he's went through a lot of bullshit because of lies. Like women telling the ultimate lies on him. You know what I mean? And spend a lot of money in court, you know what I mean, when he could be doing other shit. That's why I can you imagine that? Someone saying we need to talk to men because there's just shit going on in their heads, and you fucking say, "Hey, I'm right here," and she can fucking bash you because, well, her friend Wade lied about you, and she doesn't wanna listen to each side. It's been so bad, I've been in his chat in his rooms and stuff like that, Daniel, and saying, "Hey, am I a liar?" Or are you a liar? And he escapes it every time, and not a fucking one of them will ever say, "Did you lie on this guy or what, Wade? Can you just fucking admit it? Why would you hold on to something stupid?" But no, that's humanity today. We'd rather hold on to our stupidity and maybe pay the ultimate price. You know what I mean? I think being in the truth means something. I'm fucking telling you people, I am a prophet and I'm gonna make a prophecy right now. Skylar and Gail, your lives are gonna get really fucking shitty because you're gonna get exposed as the shitty fucking stupid people that you are. You never fucking learn lessons. You're dumber than a motherfucker. I reached out to Skylar too. Hey, Skylar, can you listen to me? Creek Squad's saying some fucking shit about me. Can you fucking take a couple minutes and fucking maybe sort it out for yourself and use your own discernment? And she sends me a message back. I don't know you. I don't want to fucking talk to you. Get the fuck out of here. So that's the Upchurch inviting fucking family. This is Creek Squad. This is what Creek Squad's all about. But then again, remember when that lady went to fucking Upchurch's claiming that Jesus sent her and, well, the computer told her to, I guess, right? But hey, Wade made this great big fucking video about, hey, if you're thinking things, think about them and find help. Talk to people. I make a video telling him, hey, Wade, what the fuck do you think I've been doing? I don't ever want to go see Upchurch. I'm never gonna fucking go there. I just want my answers. It's not that fucking hard, you know what I mean? Like, it's a conversation, a simple fucking conversation. But yet he continues with his bullshit because he's so hung up on just fucking how could you not give up a lie? How could you not see that you're the retard in a situation and just have a fucking conversation? Because I'll tell you what, like I've said about Billy, anybody can tell me whatever the fuck they want. That guy tried to kill somebody and he went on somebody else's property afterwards to fucking do it. How can you justify that? But then you've got this poor family, brand new baby. And now you've got fucking Skylar on here saying, I don't give a fuck, Patty. If I ever see you out on the streets, it's on like bang a gone. So what happens if you do, Skylar? You fucking hit her and she slips and falls, cracks her head, and she's fucking dead. Oh, don't worry. Grandma will take the child, right? Like both fucking parents in jail. That's the way that's what Skylar's learned from her fucking husband. Like, when do we learn not to be fucking knotheads? Why can't we look at Patty and go, Patty, why in the fuck do you not know you're a joke? You and Dagford and your little fucking clown of friends, like, get a fucking life. Prove her to be the idiot that she is, because it's not fucking hard, but you guys can't take the fucking like, you wanna hate instead. Like, you wanna fucking beat her and beat her. Like, what is wrong with you people? There's something wrong with your heads. They like Upchurch doesn't want anybody who's fucking associated with this associating with him. I don't want anybody who's not associating with the truth associating with me, but I'll be more than happy to try and help people fucking come to the understanding that the truth should be the most important thing in their life. And what that is they need to fucking get the balls and find out what it is for themselves. But unfortunately, that takes a deep, dark look into yourself. You gotta know thyself before you can know the Christ in thyself. Holy shit, like, if I am chosen, you, Upchurch, has fucking filmed his rise and demise for just being an ignorant fucking idiot. His band of merry men are nothing but a bunch of losers. Hating all over the internet. If you don't like what Upchurch says, we're gonna destroy you. Fuck off. When would you want to have a conversation instead? Like, it is cultish, you know what I mean? To follow what a man says. And that's the thing. Like, you can pull up many videos where Upchurch is like, charge, go get them. Don't let Adam Calhoun tear down what we built. Go get them, Creek Squad. But then again, what means things to Upchurch? I think he says a lot of things, but doesn't really pull through a lot. Whatever happened to the playhouse for Creek Squad? You know what I mean? But then again, the Lamborghini that would mean everything in the world if Creek Squad signed it. He doesn't even tell Creek Squad he sold it. Can't even come out and make a video saying, "Hey guys, no, the Lambo I got everybody to sign, and I told you it would mean so much to me. Had the opportunity to sell it to Post Malone. You know what I mean? I took my opportunity." These people, these fucking This guy is not who he says he is. He's legendary. He's starting a brand new bloodline. Yeah, maybe another Roman bloodline. Like, fuck. Hey, do the Romans still exist? I don't know. Did they collaborate with the fucking Yazis or whatever? But that's the thing. When fucking Upchurch plays Hardy Boy, it's okay. But when anybody else does, and that's the thing, I know he watches my videos sometimes. Because I could tell by the look in his face the one time where he's talking about Canadians, talking about his politics. I could see the confused little look in his face because he knows I say the truth and he knows he should be doing something different than what he is. He knows it. I know it. But he doesn't want to have the balls to change the world because, well, quite frankly, that'd be scary, right? He'd have to step up to the plate and call Eminem out, saying, hey, but then again, how can he do that? Hey, Kamala fans, stay over on that side. Eminem does the same thing. Hey, Trump people, I want nothing to do with you. Instead of, hey, let me tell you why I don't like Trump, or let me tell you why I don't like Kamala, or hey, why don't you tell me what you like about Kamala or what you like about Trump? But we can't do that because we can't come together because we like to hate so much. But Upchurch is the fucking hero of the world. No, not at the end of time, sweetheart. At the end, we all got to take a look at ourselves. The little recording that you've done of the rise and demise, you'll have to take a look at yourself. Am I the buffoon? I say I work for Jesus and I continue to do so. Do you, Upchurch? You say it, but you don't do the actions. Not at all. What are you doing that's Jesus like, bud? Not a fucking thing. Not a fucking thing. What we got going on here? You think I should try decaffeinated coffee, eh? What is it that I said that's out of line? Huh? What have I said that's out of line? Huh? Everybody happy with the way the world's going? You guys like the grocery prices? Uh, oh yeah, we were gonna get to Uncle Will. We never even got to Uncle Will yet. So proud of Uncle Will. Just a just a solving problems all over the place. Let's just go to this little feature here. I want to show you guys something else. Pretty fucking weird. With all this divide about politics, I don't understand why we just don't make it mandatory that the Democrats get 6 years in the White House. They have four opponents that run against one another from the Democratic Party. And then when their term's up, then the Republicans get 6 years in the White House, and they've got four candidates that run against one another, and we pick and do like that. That way, it's fair. Each side gets just as much time to screw the government up. It's the bias of politics. I don't understand. This is what this brainwave comes up. I want to take down the whole system. I want to take out the Federal Reserve. We tell we tell our leaders like Donald Trump and whoever's going to be the leader over here in Canada, but I don't think she's anybody that's running currently. You know what I mean? Right. I tell them they have to have a brand new system, and well, quite frankly, the man will represent the countries. That way, the man is responsible for fucking up. The men, no more. You don't have Democrats, no more. You have that individual. And then what you gotta do is you gotta say, "Hey, guess what? Nobody sponsors. Hey, this is your salary, and this is what you get. There's no teaming up with anybody to get like, hey, they don't need to collect all this money. they could get their words around with fucking social media, right? And hey, if they wanted to do like rallies and stuff like that, the cities could be inviting and set the rallies up for the people and because you want to see them, you know what I mean? But you know what I mean? You guys want to keep the system where it's impossible not to be crooked and be a politician, I think. I think you have to sway one like a certain way, depending on who's giving you money, you know what I mean? I think that's something that you would want to put an end to. No more groups, you know what I mean? Voting Democrat and Republican. Oh, we got to stick together. No, how about we fucking figure out what's best for the people, not this fucking red or blue group that fucking are running around having sex parties on after times. You know what I mean? Fucking stock trading on the side, making mints off everybody. You know what I mean? I should try. But I am proud of Uncle Will. At least he's trying to come up with solutions. Oh man, you're such a small thinker, Uncle Will. I want you to be a bigger thinker than this. That's pathetic. It's not, I've been asking for solutions forever, and that's the best you could come up with. I'm really disappointed, but hey, it doesn't matter. Uncle Will, what matters is how you're going to use the fame that you've managed to acclaim by messing with the chosen one, huh, bud? Clip that up. Hey, that's a prophecy for you, buddy. I'm telling you, your future looks shitty, but you do have the ability to change it yourself, Uncle Will. And all you have to do is admit that, well, things are going shitty because, well, of your own actions. And you got to come to the conclusions that your actions have consequences. You know what I mean? You running around with hate in your heart. That's throughout the universe, Uncle Will. We need to get you moving with some love. You know what I mean? Not this niceness that you portray to your little fucking fan, fan family. You know what I mean? But it's time to get your shit together, Uncle Will. Be the soldier that God put you here to be. Drop the stupidity. Stop your hatred for me. Realize that I'm a good guy and I'm here to help you. Now, if you let that ego out, I'll grab you by the little hand, bud, and I'll help you up. But you got to meet me halfway, though, buddy. You know what I mean? We got to work together on this. I can't do it all myself, Uncle Will. I need you to accomplish my goal. Together, we can save the world, buddy. I have faith in you. It's time to let go of the hatred. Let's love one another and show others how to love, Uncle Will. But remember, bud, it's not gay love, okay? It's not wearing ladies' panties in order to. Everything's not about you, Uncle Will. Sometimes you have to think about, well, quite frankly, sometimes you have to think about others before yourself. And you can help so many others if you just put away your burglar brain. You know what I mean? I want to show you guys something else. And by the way, Gail and Skylar, I don't think you're complete pieces of shit or you're feel for you. I don't do this to be a dick. I say the truth and I say what I think. And if I'm wrong, I'm more than willing. Unlike you, I would be willing to listen to you to hear your side of things. You know what I mean? But I want to show you guys this just to show you that there might be some programming going on around the world and that while it might not be just your fault, there's a lot of things against you.
sphere in Las Vegas.
Okay.
There's a video circulating of this sphere in Las Vegas where it's scrolling through a bunch of words like super, super fast, like subliminal messages almost. But I'm going to show it to you and I'm going to slow it down so you can actually see what the words are saying. I hope you got it. Oh,
I don't know if you guys can see that or not. I'll tell you some of the words. Like it goes really, really fast, so you can't see it, but it's subliminally. Why would they do this? Like, why would they do this?
staring at it.
So,
Messages almost. So I'm going to show it to you and I'm going to slow it down so you can actually see what the words are saying. I hope you got it. Oh,
says horror, Japan, chaos, everything, death is inevitable. Kill baby. IYKYK fix. Autobahn, meme, war, social media is the antichrist, trash, mom, computers, just flashing some stuff out there. You guys can go. She's on TikTok. Her name's Christina Gia. Christina GIA. If you guys want to go check it out. I don't like it's in her music, it's in her signs, everything. It's like that movie, that Rowdy Roddy Piper movie, eh? You're just that's the thing. When you get the magic sunglasses, whoa, shit just goes dark. I get to see all your lizard brains. I don't think properly, and I'm trying to help you so that you know that you're supposed to help your children at least. I would think that you want a better opportunity for your children. I mean, if you want to think I'm an idiot about talking about God and stuff like that, at least you could save your children. You know what I mean? I'd like to see everybody in Christ. Now, does the Bible say Jesus comes back or does it say that Christ comes back? Things we should ask ourselves, eh? Could you imagine being that poor soul who's the Christ? How much agony and pain they're probably in, how much suffering. Holy crap a doodle, but I'm quite sure he's got like healing powers and stuff like that. He'll be able to prove who he is. I think I can help heal your guys' brains, but I don't think I can bring anybody back to life. Well, maybe I can. Maybe you guys are dead in the brain and I can help you. See, I think I've went through what I've had to go through in order to learn. I had to learn suffering and I had to go mental in order to help people that are going mental and suffering and show them what I've went through and that you can get through it too. Just put your faith in yourself and God, and you can get through anything, no matter if the world comes against you, even if you think someone's chosen and all you want is the answer and everybody's fighting you. Always fight for your answers. You know what I mean? I got 15 people in here. What do you guys want to talk about? I made a short earlier to Jacob. I think he took her the wrong way. I think he thought I was referring to the same shit that like the little family likes to twist stuff. I was only saying, hey, if you want to be a decent person, maybe you shouldn't be hanging out with Rocco because he's or address him because he's mentally fucking up that Steve guy. Like if it's just a thing for Rocco, like I can't think of a time or a story or anything like that where you'd want to talk about doing stuff to children the way Rocco does. There's something very wrong with his head, and people should get away from him. I mean, if the boy say, like every time he does something wrong, he says it's an alt. It's not my fault. It's the alt. Well, I got to take responsibility for it, but it was the alt. The alt. Like, sneaky snake. Have you ever tried Adderall? No, no. And I would suggest maybe Upchurch gets off of it. I don't know. Something. One thing we agree with, Carl. Well, I don't agree with going after Jacob though, but I do agree that you can't you, you can't play halfway with Rocco. You are kind of right there, little me. Like you can't play halfway with him. You gotta let him know. Like Steve is living in Rocco's fucking brain for real. Like Steve is like little me. To be honest, when I watched Steve and he was on a panel with you, I was like, that motherfucker believes. He believes him and Rocco did the shit that Rocco's convinced them that they've done or whatever the fuck is going on there. It's and I don't ever want to tell anybody they didn't experience something that they say they did, but all they have to do is prove it. You know what I mean? There's got to be some way to prove it. There's always a way to prove it. You just got to find it. That's why I've always said, hey, I'll prove everything I fucking say. I'm smart enough to figure it out. Oh, I know little me. And Rocco doesn't even see what he's doing to Steve. He's telling Steve the people that love Steve are against Steve. They're his handlers. He's fucking up that guy's brain so bad because he won't just say, hey, man, I'm just playing a game. And I don't want to admit it because I'll look like a fucking jackass. But I'll let you suffer in my game there, fucking Steve. It's sad. It's fucking it's fucking sad to think, fuck, I was at the point of what is it, conveyor ship or whatever the fuck it is, in and out of the mental hospital 5 fucking times, and Rocco's running around fucking threatening women, threatening children, saying he wish he never had his fucking children, wish they were aborted, fucking has his children in his house with them, fucking throws them in a different room, fucking on YouTube the whole time. And then we're, yeah, but little me, you guys gotta admit, you guys used his mom. Like, there's something wrong with her. You guys should have known that right off the bat. Like, when someone's mom will come together with a group of people to purposely try and set you off so they can get you taken into the hospital rather than just letting it organically happen, but purposely trying. It's on video, right? Like, what kind of like, you wonder why Rock was all fucked up. He needs help. He needs someone to talk to. Like, if he saw his dad be killed, like, that's gotta be devastating. And his mom just she seems like an enabler. She lets him say whatever he wants to her. She'll fucking corroborate it as long as he isn't making a nasty mess in her life. I get it, but you gotta understand, like, when she was like, let's," because it wasn't you, it was, what's his name? But I don't know. I've been thinking about trolling Rocco again, but then again, is it even worth it? But then again, maybe it'll help Steve, who knows? When it happens organically, it may take it in a state of mind of thinking. Oh, I agree with you, Venomous. Okay. Like, when I seen that video about him threatening Brandy B, I was like, "There's something wrong with him, man." I don't know how to like, I don't know how people don't see it, and they're just not all telling him to get help. You know what's funny? You know what's funny? Is you know how I met Rocco? He came sticking up for the little family. Uh, that was probably because he was trying to, have that deal with, Payday. He's like trying to get on the good side. You know what I mean? Like, what kind of adult? Like, you gotta like, what kind of adult goes to a child and says, "Hey, I wanna do songs with you." Somebody's never tried to do music before. Hey, child. Hey, child who's into doing music. Hey, can I get some clout off of you? And think that nobody's gonna fucking come after you. But I don't know. I should probably go to bed. But you guys let me know where I'm wrong with this, whole Gail Skyler thing, because I think it's a whole lot of fucking stupid, you know what I mean? Hey, your husband might be going to jail and not seeing your kid for a long time, and now you wanna beat somebody up because they said you're a bad mom. Like, fucking prove them wrong. Like, that's simple. Hey, Patty, you're a great mom. How's your relationship with your son? How'd that happen? Was it because you stole from him? Hey, you can live your dreams now that you're not fucking living your life for your son's dreams. Go make them happen, Patty. Show everybody. You know what I mean? But we don't act like that 'cause we don't want to live in the truth. We'd rather hate because congratulations, Skylar. Patty won. Patty got you exactly where she wanted you. You know what I mean? Why do you think she comes after your husband? Why do you think she comes after you? Why do you think they come after your child? Just to fucking make you do stupid shit like they do. And congratulations, you fell right into it. So you're no better than Patty, but you had the chance to really, because I was proud of some of Skylar's videos where she really did put Patty in her fucking place. And that's all she had to keep doing, but instead, it's just getting angrier and angrier instead of making Patty look like the joke that she is. But you guys let me know where I'm wrong. If nobody wants to say anything in here, maybe when the video goes up, somebody will replay this or watch it or something or come back and let me know where I'm wrong. Because I think Creek Squad is a whole lot of sideways. I think YouTube is a whole lot of sideways. I think we pay attention to too much shit that we shouldn't and not enough to the stuff that we do. And we're not aware that we should stop stuff that's Like, our kids should mean something. I honestly, when I hold my granddaughter, I wanna cry. I'm like, "Holy fuck, what am I gonna do if I ever have to take her to a pool and a fucking man walks in? You're gonna go to fucking jail. I'm good. I'm gonna go to jail. I'm gonna go to jail because it's just a couple years away, just to unisex bathrooms. It's already started, you know what I mean? That's how they got away with fucking, numbnuts and fucking the swimmer. The swimmer woman with the dick. He had to change with the women. That's how they got away with it. Unisex. Unbelievable. This is a weird world. This is unfucking real. Anyways, everybody have a good night. Unless there's something somebody wants to talk about. Other than that, I'm gonna go to bed. Well, sneaky snake. I'm from Ontario. Do you hate Canadians? Who here hates Canadians? Huh? Who here hates Canadians? Because I can give you a list. Now I can't. I think Little Me's cut me up for being a Canadian. I can't say for sure or not, but I know AD has. And well, Carl Martin, he is a big ol' hater. So Will, Wade. Anyways, Alex Kennedy. Oh, that's a great question. Oh, Sneaky Snake wants to know, am I a feminist? No, I'm an equalist. You know what I mean? That's what I am. I think everybody should be treated equal, whether they're a man or a woman. You know what I mean? Same crime, same time. You know what I mean? If you're willing to say something to a man, you should be able to be willing to say it to a woman. You know what I mean? If you see something wrong, if you're just, not minding your own business and being a cocksucker, then I guess you shouldn't be told. But, anyways, what do I think of Made? This is what I think of Made. I'd like to be its poster boy. That's what I'd like. Because I'm really tired. I'd love a way. Because here's the deal. I do think it's the Great Awakening, and I don't think the easy way out is the way to go out. You know what I mean? If you realize there's a God and that, well, by golly, you're just a big old piece of shit and you're just not what you thought you were, don't take the easy way out. But I'm always looking for a sacrifice. So if I got to join the mate program to tell my story, maybe my prime minister will listen to my story through his system, which I think has drove me crazy. Now, if the people don't want to listen to the story or whatever, I don't care. Or they want to think that I'm crazy, I'd rather have the people decide and then I can just join the maid program and I can have it all over with. You know what I mean? That way it's like a sacrifice. I'd sacrifice myself for you guys because nobody out there really gives a shit. I can't even get a conversation over 4 years. A conversation. Hey, let's have a fucking conversation. That's all. Oh, that's great. Thank you, Sneaky Snake, that you would sacrifice yourself for me. That's great. We can have a conversation anytime you want. Tag me and let me know. No problem. The only thing is today, I don't like it. I don't know what's going on. Every time I try and do something, fucking shit fucks up. Swear the devil works against me, but it just might be bad luck. So I made that video about Jacob and I really wanted to talk to him and it really looked like I did. I'm trying to cook dinner, I'm trying to get it ready, I'm trying to get on there, and for some reason, I couldn't get on StreamYard, and when I got on my computer, it was all reverb and shit, and I gotta figure out what's going on. I don't know. Get my shit together, learn what I'm doing on here, maybe. I don't know. It's funny how people smell, but they don't think they stink. Yeah, it is funny. You know what I mean? It is funny. Like, I usually know when I smell, you know what I mean? But then again, I don't ever leave the house, so I don't really put deodorant on or stuff like that. I don't know if I'm clogging anything up. I don't wanna hurt myself unnecessarily. I wanna keep this thing open so I never fall back to sleep, you know what I mean? But I only have to smell myself, and I'm not a smelly person, though. You know what I mean? Pyro, what do you smell like? Black powder. Bath and Body Friends. That's good. Nothing nobody wants to talk about. Talk more about the maid. Do you think that's a good idea about the maid program? I could be Justin's poster boy. Should I get a hold of Rebel News? This is the thing. Sometimes I think I should get a hold of Rebel News and say, "Hey, I think I have the skivvy on the mental, institution. It's not really helping people. Quite frankly, it put me through hell and, well, hurt me bad mentally, but I think I can prove it." But then again, did you know that the fucking Canadian government can steal babies? I have a baby stealing story too. Hey, did you also know that when somebody dies and you call the Ministry of Labor, they'll just fucking ignore you? But did you know you could work for a place for 22 years and they don't owe you an investigation? But if you call the Ministry of Labor, they'll make them give you one. But they get to purchase it. Ah, see, that's the thing. I think the world thinks it fucked me, but I think it fucked itself. I think when I feel sorry for people. I do. That's the thing. Like, the biggest thing for me is this whole forgiveness thing, this whole fucking nice Jesus thing. I don't think it's like that. I don't. I don't. I think he said he was coming for separation. If you're not willing to live with Jesus, then you shouldn't be hanging out with people that aren't willing to live with Jesus. And I have to show that to people shortly. But that's what I think. I think that's what it's going to come down to. But that doesn't mean if you're a man of Jesus, you're there to help people, bring them to the truth. But you can't tell people what the truth is. People have to come to the truth themselves. That's what I mean. It's your own personal Jesus. That's what I think. Look, the big old Christ, she's in here in everybody. You know what I mean? Am I wrong? Like, if God made Adam, didn't he have to give him his essence to bring him to life in his image? It's a question I'm asking. Wouldn't that essence be spread throughout all of mankind? You know what I mean? Is that the Christ? I don't know. God only tells me to go and search the answers. And well, if I fight hard enough and I look in the right places and I find the right people, you can accomplish anything. You know what I mean? Carl, make a Discord server so someone can attempt to weaponize you. Oh yeah, Platinum Pyro. I am a weapon, bud. I use the truth. You know what I mean? Here, I'll show you. You'll either run scared or you won't answer me. This is really simple and I use it all the time. You ready? You ready, Platinum Pyro? If the WEF is real, well, you can go to their website. Do you agree that they're real and that there's an agenda coming for the children? Now, if you decide to do nothing, does that kind of make you a loser? Now, are you a parent, Platinum Pyro? That would make you even a bigger loser, especially coming over and trying to hurt somebody who's actually trying to actually help you, but you're just, whether I'm crazy or not, you should want to take on the truth. You know what I mean? I'm not your chosen one, Platinum Pyro. You got to be your own chosen one. You know what I mean? You could be your children's superhero. So here's your chance. You like to come into the chat. Let me know. Am I wrong there? Does that make you a loser if you're not willing to fight for your children? If the WEF is real, the WHO is real, you know what I mean? Ashley Biden's diary is real. Should we allow politicians to lie to us? Like, here's the deal. If I was fucking, if I worked for Trump and I was his PR guy, I'd be fucking rocking Trump right through this fucking election, man. I'd have a fucking Donald Trump channel. I'd play all of Biden's fucking greatest hits. Back in Congress, everything. Hey, I don't want my children fucking mixing with those children. Hey, people who do crack, prison forever. Even this little chump, throw him away forever until it's his son with the crack. And then it's like, leave my son alone. He's hurting. Like, but then again, it's not Biden he's going against. It's Kamala. You know what I mean? I'd have fucking rolls of her talking about the bus wheels and everybody at the beginning. Kamala's gonna be our border czar. And then I just show the border, people coming over, fucking the fentanyl coming over, and the fact that Kamala just don't fucking give a fuck. Your government's giving all your tax dollars to immigrants to make sure that, well, they have proper health care and facility to live in and stuff like that. Well, you know, I just, I'd fucking, you know what? Do you get like, isn't that what you would do? Show everybody's lies, and then Kamala could do the same thing to Trump. But here's the deal: there's too much manipulation. You'd actually have to take full clips and make sure you could explain it. But anyways, I'm gonna go. I'm tired and my thoughts aren't coming together extremely tight as they were before. So I'm gonna go. The word ban is in manipulation. Yep, it is. Sneaky snake. It is. It is. That's why you should never follow a man ever. The Bible tells you the truth. The word, the seed, the son of man. You know what I mean? That's the guy, the truth. He said that was the way, and it just might be. And in order to, have the truth, you have to know who Jesus Christ is. And in order to do that, you have to know thyself. It's in all these parables. Like I went over this. Don't call me a troll. Alright. Like this one I went over, these people honor me with their lips. Like that is today, right? Like there's a lot of people honoring Jesus with their lips, but nobody's really moving with Jesus. Because, like I said, if there was, there'd be a bunch of Christian. There'd be no, there'd be a bunch of truth wanters fucking standing up for Candace Owens and telling Rabbi Shmuley, "Hey, bud, we don't care about what you think anymore. Start bringing facts or shut your fucking mouth about Candace. Or God knows that you're lying and you're being a little hater, and He's gonna have you're gonna get justice on yourself. So be careful of what you're doing. Just repent and fucking apologize and stop being stupid. Like, hey, sorry, there's some bad Jewish people out there, bud. Maybe he's one of them, but there's some bad Christians. There's some bad Muslims. There's some bad fucking atheists. You know what I mean? But Carl, I posted my testimony on TikTok, but I think the atheist got me shadow banned. I'm gonna have to check it out before I go to bed, Daniel. I will check out your testimony on TikTok. Hey, everybody here that has TikTok, go find Daniel on TikTok. He's a he's got armor for sale right now. Some K dragons and stuff. Hey Daniel, we should get you a TikTok shop, eh? But just remember, you're gonna be famous, buddy. Don't undersell your stuff right now. Wait till you can get a little bit more for it. You know what I mean? All right. I'm gonna let every I'm gonna go, everybody. Have a good night. Hey, Snaky Snake, just tag me or do I do. I do. I do. I have a Facebook. I have an X. I use my X and I take TikToks and I post them to X. Just stuff that I think is interesting, some God stuff, some politics stuff, some philosophy stuff. What else? I got an Instagram, but I don't really ever use it. I used to just use it to watch Up Church videos sometimes, but other than that, I've been thinking about trying to contact Bryce Mitchell on there, saying, "Hey, bud, are you a warrior of Jesus? Will you try and find out where my brain is malfunctioning?" I know it sounds weird hearing somebody say that they're chosen, but hey, would you be interested in hearing a weird testimony, bud? Like she's really, really, really like Carl Youngish, native-ish. You know what I mean? So I mean Daniel, Carl Young, bud, going to the dark side, face our fears. That's what Carl Young was into. I had this weird thing where and I covered myself really well, I thought, but it didn't really work out for me, you know what I mean? I had some weird thoughts, but I also on the other side of my brain knew, "Hey, this probably isn't real. Something's fucking going on here." Tried telling people I think it's spiritual awakening. Nobody would talk to me, so the weirdness just kept getting fucking weirder, and I had to keep telling myself that it's probably not fucking real. You know what I mean? But that's what I say. I just said that, but I wanna back it up a little bit, Daniel. Before that happened, one of the few times where I clearly heard what God said is He told me, "You're gonna feel like you're going crazy, but you're not. You're strong enough to get through this." And well, quite frankly, here I am against the world, Daniel. A million times more the man than I used to be, and Nobody likes this man. Nobody wants the man that wants the freedom for everybody and wants us to know our own power. No, sneaky sneak, I don't think I'm crazy neither. That's the thing. I really don't. But hey, like I said, tag me if you want to have a conversation or something like that. We'll work something out. Hey guys, everybody have a good night and we'll see you tomorrow maybe.